carry pick or a mid pick? Will they answer the Ahri first and foremost?
Question we're going to have answered. The Lissandra for Faker. We've been talking about this pick a lot recently. Very powerful, got buffed a few patches ago.
Will HLE deny the Xayah and break the pairing apart? Guma taking the Xayah, Keria on the Rakan, but on different teams.
What does it mean? I think we all know what it means, and they're going to play Renata Glask with
I love this pick. I was thinking maybe there was the angle for like a Kalista Renata, but Xayah Renata, you have the safety in the ultimate, you have the value of that hostile takeover into this composition of T1, because T1, their cards are all on the table. This is the dive composition through and through. There's no other way to really play it. Like, yes, you can play through punishing sides, but when it comes to the 5v5, you're diving that backline. That's how it's going to operate. I wonder if the 80 carry pick is going to try and...
I think they got to go range. They're looking for the Sivir here, which is going to give a ton of wave clear. The Lissandra has a decent amount of that as well.
Probably still very fortified at the moment.
I have to agree. I do think that we're going to see a bit of a tempo heal.
Lister, but you don't have that safety net this game. That ability just to get pulled out from an engage. You're the one who has to be warding, so T1 definitely has that threat to be able to set up onto those targets. They're in trouble here.
Xayah's going in, going to force the flash, and there was a lot of trading early on. Generally, this is going to favor the Rek'Sai because you just have insane amounts of...
Looks like. Although what we know is...
Yeah, still sticking around. That's the ward to come down. Doran, he needed to know, and now he knows 100% as First Blood does go over, and Xayah picks that one up on his top Rek'Sai. Dash around a bunch, and you press R on her. Or you are yourself, as that's going to be the root. Faker not yet level 6, and waiting for the flash charm is huge from Zeka, sets it up, and Kanavi locks it down.
Hold over to Zeka. Now T1 trying to make a cross map here, but Owner still doesn't have 6. If you can steal some of these Krugs, maybe. Nope.
I mean, he's going to go in and try to start a trade against a level 6 Vi. That's what he's going to do, is now Xayah's flashes in, and Owner's like, well, I guess I'm dead.
He flipped it on the minis. Kanavi gets 6 first as a result, and he just dies.
When the level 6 was coming through. This is replay of that play mid. So level 6 is hit, and Faker's mind, he's like, I just have to flash the charm. He catches up to me with the charm flash, catches him off guard. Knockups and sustain and tankiness. So if you're winning early, it feels really good, and Keria tries to find an angle there. Is unable to. Nice spell shield from Paze, gets him to safety. Pretty insane, the spike you just get from level 6.
We're going to make a play here, but immediately the ult comes out. The charm is there, and now Owner has to flash away. Nearly in kill range. You could see Zeka was calculating the numbers in that moment, but Ahri, you know, he kind of got outplayed earlier on with the crazy play from Zeka. But still going to be good as they're looking for the pick here on a Kanavi. The charm comes down, but that is not the easiest target. They're going all in to try to take out Kanavi. It's taking quite a while through the exhaust. Kanavi with the bailout, but finally they do get the kill. But it is going to be Paze who pays his life for that one. Zeka in a bit of trouble here himself. Gets ulted down. Doran with the follow-up, and they do knock down and take out Zeka.
There is champions like the Ambessa and the Rek'Sai who in the longer fights will get a benefit, but with how explosive these comps are, this just feels like a non-factor.
Paze, he's going to get hand shook as finally the charm comes out, and, you know, just running into so many bits of CC, you only have one spell shield.
T1 as Xayah maybe collapsed on.
Now we got the Paranoia coming in, and a bunch of damage already into the Rek'Sai, and you're not really going to be able to sustain out of this, although you can go through many tunnels, as now we got a TP coming in, and he gets away by the... Wow.
Early to this composition of having this level of dive and playing into a Rek'Sai here, it feels like a done deal with how low Xayah gets, but then taking the second tunnel and immediately going for the TP, and the damage just isn't quite there from Ona on the other side.
Whoa. 진짜 에반데. 네, 탭했다. 나 패드.
He is not happy with that, as we are going very deep in mid lane. What is going on here? And that's going to be the turret going down as a massive hostile takeover gets tons of value for Delight. But yeah, this time it's kind of forced from the side of HLE. Looks like they're going to get away with it.
And I think that the reason why they think they can make this play is because they've got the Herald, right? They've got Guma here. So there isn't a great target to punish when you do commit this heavily. If you get the turret, you feel fairly safe. Kanavi, I don't think needed to force this, but it does guarantee them the turret.
This isn't a back-breaking lead. This is still playable for the side of T1 as now they're trying to dive onto Zeus once again. He doesn't have TP this time, but he's going to ult into 3 people and immediately just get feared down and taken out. So Faker will enjoy some extra gold.
Much for T1 about those big budget ultimates. He might get caught out here.
Just backing on a ward, as that's going to be the spell shield taken out and another spirit rush, and he's just kind of being walked along here. Owner saying, well, there's no real reason for me to try to flash. Might as well just turn onto Zeka and die.
And this game has been quite bizarre with some of the overextensions. Maybe a trap could be set here, but I don't think T1 have enough members.
They're going to throw an ult into Kanavi. I mean, on the Vi. With the escape, there's really no follow-up, but now Doran does come in. The hostile takeover right in the choke, though. And now HLE on the charge here as the TP does come in from Zeus, and T1 back away.
In 30 seconds time, if they're going to fight for this dragon, you see Doran back and Keria TPing back in as Faker looks for an angle.
Trying to get Guma here. He's just immediately going to get Mikhail's.
This really important team fight. Unless they can slow it down here somehow. This looks like it's HLE's.
Yeah, still not available for a while. It's not the Imperial mandate, Lissandra. Cooldown's quite long. And I think the ult's not going to be there before the dragon's taken.
Just trying to TP into this one as the Rek'Sai, as now they're looking for the turn, as once again gonna shut down Faker with the flash and the charm. Used in tandem, as now looking for a bit more. Zeka trying to get those, max range charm is gonna come in, but that is onto a Rek'Sai. They take down the Lissandra, they get the dragon, but look at where they're going. They're heading up towards the Baron.
Vision toggle, always nervous.
Saw them for a moment in the jungle before they toggled the vision. And we have Ahri and Vi making their way down here. As even a spare rush into the brush, they want to make sure that Doran cannot TP out of this one as he tries to go for the public execution, but the CC chain is there, and 400 gold goes into the pockets of Kanavi.
Try to hard farm his way to that IE. Goldie has shrunk.
Yeah.
Ready, there's the Infinity Edge for Pays now, the critical juncture.
For Faker, so there's spikes on both sides, and both of them kind of posturing. HLE trying to get aggressive control of the jungle here.
And this time, I mean, you're going to have follow-up. Aguma just fancy feet. He is going to dodge everything, and now coming in from the bottom side is Zeka. But now Guma frontlining is immediately charmed, flashes away. The bailout is there, but he does not get the reset. 2 kills goes the way of Pays, and one overextension. Immediately Pays will put you in the grave. Delight goes down. That is the quadra kill.
They're looking to end.
And they're looking to push mid.
Up at the right time, free hitting for the whole fight.
Uh-oh.
TP coming in. This is
the TP mistakes we have seen in the last couple of weeks at LCK. It is a Rek'Sai though, and they're going to be looking for the Ocean Soul. So T1 have to actually pull off of that and move over towards that Ocean Drake. There's maybe a little bit of a setup here on the objective. T1 waiting in the brush. There it is. The charm gonna catch 2, and immediately down goes Guma, and the follow-up is there as they take out Kanavi as well. HLE just not respecting the engaged potential of this Rakan multiple times in a row.
Finding success in this game, a 6,000 goal lead now in a game which for so much of it they were behind.
Whoa.
Now looking for more.
Yeah, nice timing there from Faker. I'm not sure if they should really be going in for this kind of play, but Pays is so powerful. They're trying to take him out with the Rek'Sai ult. It's not quite going to work, as the bailout not going to help out either, and T1 are just compounding their gold. Mistake after mistake, engage after engage.
Down. And Keria, with the Pays ultimate that comes up in this fight, are able to both set up this engage here for Keria, but then follow up so easily. And Guma does not have the tools to escape. Again is burst down. Shield is down for Pays. Some sort of miracle here is what HLE need. And this isn't it.
Oh no, Kanavi, not like this. So, well, looks like it'll be exactly like that, actually.
Keria?
Down it goes. They're going very deep. The angle here from Keria as he just is able to bully his former AD carry in the bush. The follow-up with the public execution onto Delight. As now they're trying to take out Alessandra. Not a great spot here. Already a triple for Pays, as there is still the potential for a penta, but I don't think he's even thinking about that at that point. As you can see that HLE are not going to give it to him either. T1 just looking to push down mid and end this game in their favor. As they are going to flash on a Keria. They do get the kill, but T1 do not care at all about that. Just trying to stop the backs here and end this game.
Yeah, Pays will just push down the Nexus at this point. T1, game 1 was close with their comeback. Game 2, their comeback is enough. And the series will be equalized at 1-1.
Keria keeps his 15 out of 15, 100% kill participation.